Today we're going to look at a couple examples of how we can find the area of complex figures. So the one that you saw above you was a shape that looked like this, and we do not have a specific formula to find the area of a shape that looks like this, but our strategy will be to split it into shapes that we do know how to find the area of, and then piece the big shape together. So as I'm looking at this shape, I am going to kind of cut a triangle up here on the top. That's one of the first shapes that I see. And then looking at this bottom figure, I'm going to draw a line right here to split into a trapezoid and a rectangle. There's not a specific rhyme or reason for how you split the shape. Everybody can split it technically in different ways. You might just have to get a little creative on where you find your information, because now, as I'm looking, in order for me to find the area of this triangle up on top, I have a height, but I'm missing the base for that shape. So I'm going to have to use the information given to me in this picture to figure out what the base of this triangle is. This 15 labeled down here goes all the way across, and then I see that the 6 up top here only goes part way. So I need to find the number that I can add to 6 to get 15, which in this case is going to be 9. So to find the area of this triangle, I know the formula is 1/2 times base times height. So I can now plug in my numbers of 6 and 9, and I can get that the area of that triangle up top is 27 units squared. So moving to this rectangle, I'll highlight that over here in green. I need to find the area and dimensions of this shape in order to move forward. So I see, again, clearly I've got a 9 labeled over here. This 6 is deceiving. It's not the whole way across on my length of this rectangle. So I can't use the 6. Instead, I need to figure out what the distance, including that little piece into the triangle, would be. So again, I'm going to go down to my 15, realize that the piece over on the other side of the rectangle is 6, which again means that this piece will be 9, because 9 plus the 6 gets me the 15 that I need. So in order to find the area of a rectangle, I take my base and multiply it by the height, which in this case is 9 times 9. So the area of this shape would be 81 units squared. So last but not least, I have this trapezoid here, which I'll highlight in yellow. In order to find the area of the trapezoid, my formula for this one is a little more complicated. I have 1/2 times the height, and then I need to look for the two bases that are parallel to each other. So one of the bases, or the two lines that are parallel, is this line right here, the 6. So I'm going to put that into my formula over here. And it's parallel to this side, which we know from this piece of information is 9. So I have my two bases, 6 and 9. The height really is this line that's perpendicular between the two bases, which is parallel to this segment, which is 6. So that 6 will represent my height, and I've got to multiply all of that by 1/2. So using order of operations, 6 plus 9 gives me 15. I need to multiply that by 6 and by 1/2. That gives me an area of 45 units squared. So now that I have all three pieces, I need to combine them to find the area of the larger complex figure. So we found our, I'm going to write this all down here at the bottom. The area of our triangle up top we saw was 27. The area of our trapezoid was 45. And the area of that rectangle was 81. So if I add all of those together, I get the area of this large shape is 153 units squared. So that's the basic template, or the basic strategy for how to find the area of a complex figure. First, break it into simpler shapes that you know, find the area of each of the simple shapes, and then combine them to get a grand total. So I just want to look at one more example just to show you some of the flexibility that there is in these types of problems. This shape here we see is really comprised of a bunch of different rectangles, and so you might be already breaking it down into your head, and maybe you drew some lines here and then here, and here, and you see 4 different rectangles. But as you look at what's here in front of you, you can find the area of this rectangle pretty easy. You got a 3 and a 3. You could find the area of this rectangle with the 3, the 6, and this is a 3. You could find the area of this rectangle with the 3 and the 2. And again, we know this 3 is over here as a 3. But we see this last piece has no information on it. So again, you're going to have to do a little bit of piecemealing to look at finding the area of that shape. I think there's enough information here for you to find it, but you'll have to work with the clues that you're given. But maybe, as you were looking at the shape, you split it up in a different way. Maybe you split it up and down, so you drew a line here, here, and there. Either way, it doesn't matter. The area of the large shape is going to remain the same no matter which way that you split it. So I want you to pick one of those methods and actually pause the video and see if you can solve and find the area of the shape. When you unpause the video, you'll see some of my work worked out and you can compare answers. So I got a final answer of 54 units squared. I split it up into 3 different rectangles. The first one was a 3 by 3, which got me an area of 9. The second was a 3 by 5. I saw that this piece was 2, and this piece, as shown up here, was 3. So that gave me 5, which gives me a total area of 15. And the bottom one was a 10 by 3, which gave me an area of 30. So when I added all of those together, I got 54 units squared. So just to recap, these were our 3 steps to finding the area of a complex shape. First, we had to split it into simpler shapes, shapes that we knew how to find the area of. Then you had to find the area of each of those simpler shapes. And lastly, you need to add the areas of the smaller shapes together to get the area of the larger complex figure. So hopefully this was helpful as you go on to exploring a couple more practice problems and examples.